Alright guys, so Cookie Run Kingdom has uploaded another video for the next update for White Lily Cookie. So let's watch this together and just see what we're getting. And then of course, like before, let's talk about some of the things that you want to be doing right now before the update. So let's watch this together. Alright, there it is. White Lily, everything that has taken place for her. And then Silent Salt. And then we have Dark Enchantress and the awakened White Lily now, right? You guys kind of saw right there a conflict between the Dark Enchantress and White Lily. However, just look at her. Oh my goodness. And there she is. There.
Only I can stop myself.
Only I can stop myself is what she says. And look at that. She has, oh my goodness, look at the new title page. Silent Salt's still there, but we have the Calm Night of Calanamic, all right, but the epic version now. And then we have our awakened White Lily. So the title screen is kind of similar, but we have a little addition of those changes here. So absolutely look amazing. All right, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the design, because man, look at the design. Just look at how White Lily is. All right, so absolutely amazing here, guys. And but let's get into the game and kind of talk about what you want to do before the next update goes live. All right guys, so now that we have the basically, the revealing of White Lily Cookie and everything that is going to be taking place, let's talk about the things that you should be doing before the next update does go live. All right, so if you guys go into the gacha here real quick, then you guys are able to go and basically tell like when it is going to be taking place. Obviously right there you can see that it's going to be the next update is going to be taking place in 4 days and 10 hours with 40 minutes left at the time of this recording. Of course, just keep in mind that banner, once it disappears, we have a maintenance about 4 hours. If it gets extended, about 5. Usually it doesn't, but if it does, usually around 5. But that is there. All right, that means that once that update comes out, charcoal banner is gone. We still do have Silent Salt's banner. That's gonna last for about another 2 weeks, but we are gonna be getting the new banner, epic banner, for the Calm Night of Calanamic. And then of course we are going to be getting a separate banner for White Lily Awakening. Some of you guys, especially for those of you guys who are starting off, all right, or new to the game, yes, White Lily Cookie Awakening version is going to have a separate banner. It also means that even if you pull White Lily Cookie, the awakened version, if you don't have the regular version, then you are not going to be able to go and use that particular cookie. It does look like, hey, I pulled a new cookie if you get the animation and stuff like that, but for awakened versions you actually do need the regular copy in order to actually go and awaken that particular cookie. So you need the original copy. So that also does mean that if you guys are starting off, if you have not finished the Might of the Ancient Part 2, then you can go and choose White Lily instead of Golden Cheese, which definitely is going to be the quote-unquote no-brainer answer right now at the time of this game meta right now. White Lily is just so much better, so I definitely recommend you to choose White Lily. If you're not, part 3, you can choose White Lily from here as well. All right, definitely recommend you guys to do that. All right, so just keep in mind that the Silent Salt banner is lasting for 2 more weeks, which means that you still do have time to go and use your gacha pulls and stuff like that. I get a free copy now again for the pity, but again, this banner is lasting for about 2 more weeks, 14 more days after the release of White Lily Awaken. That also means that once that banner does end, or this banner does end, then the chance, all right, for you to pull Silent Salt inside of the feature gacha, feature epic gacha, as well as the standard gacha, and all of that stuff, even the grass gacha that we have right now, that is going to be a possibility. If you check right now, you don't have Silent Salt added into here, all right, but Silent Salt will be added after this banner ends. Same thing goes for White Lily. White Lily is not going to get added into this banner here, so you can't get the Soul Prisms unless White Lily banner ends, which lasts about 40 to 45 days. All right, next one is going to be the Gacha of Fate. Usually, Gacha of Fate does get updated, all right, after about 2 weeks, after the update. So which means that during the mid update of White Lily Cookie Awaken, we're gonna get the last theme banner for Silent Salt and White Lily Awaken. That also does mean that you should be saving up your faithful cookie cutters if possible. If you have the tickets though that I just spent, you definitely want to be spending those tickets at least, because those tickets are going to be disappearing just like how it does indicate right over here. All right, so tickets do disappear every single time there is a big update, so don't waste it. Use it so that you can at least go and pull and get to that 300 pulls that you guys are able to see on my screen. I'm very, very close for Eternal Sugar and Hollyberry. I'm gonna get it for Eternal Sugar. All right, next one is gonna be the Legendary Gacha. Legendary Gacha, this one right over here, the feature one, has been added, or the timer has been added, so you can see that it's gonna disappear once the next update does come live. All right, the probability and the chance for this is actually pretty darn insane. If you guys can and want to, I wouldn't stop you from pulling this, because these actually these banner or these particular costumes actually give benefits. Like the bonds for these ones actually give benefits to your account. However, I do want to say that next update we are going to be getting Silent Salt and White Lily's costume, legendary costume, which absolutely looks awesome. So if you guys want to save for that, then probably a time to save, because you only have 4 days left. Next one is gonna be charcoal. I want to briefly just talk about a charcoal cookie. If you have not pulled them, all right, I'd recommend at least just one copy. The reason why I say that is because if you guys go to the mileage shop, it's been pretty slow in the updating of these mileage shops. So if you guys can, probably pull a copy or so of charcoal so that you at least have him at hand if in case you do have to use him, because I don't know when it's gonna get updated to this. So I would just recommend that, and then pull for the next cookie as well if possible. And then the other stuff is basic, all of the stuff that we have. The one thing I do want to talk about is going to be inside of the skill powders. You are able to go and change your skill powders. White Lily is going to be a bomber, and then of course we have the next cookie, most likely going to be a charge or a defense. I'm not too sure what it's going to be, but we do have bomber. If you guys have not actually used your tries, then go and do that. If you don't have White Lily actually leveled up and stuff, then that's also something that you probably want to do. All right, next one is gonna be our stamina jelly, juicy stamina jelly for the next update, because next update we are going to be having episode 12. So if you haven't been saving, there are a couple ways to actually save those stamina jelly. From what people have been saying, you do need about 360 in order to go and basically clear everything from start to finish. So if you haven't gotten that, then you guys can go into the town square. That is going to be very, very simple. You just go in AFK, and then you get your juicy stamina jelly right there. I do recommend still to do the beasties. The reason why I say that is because inside of the event right now, you guys are able to see the juicy stamina jelly challenge. Every time you do use your juicy stamina jelly, you do get some refunded. And then of course, for those of you guys who are starting off, these legendary biscuits are actually going to be pretty darn good for you guys. Although it does have a particular element, not too much of a problem. You're still gonna have a legendary one, which is pretty hard to get around when you're starting off. And then the last one is gonna be right over here inside of this island right here, the Starlight Island. You are able to go and get juicy stamina jelly as long as you just go and visit the memory island. Super simple. You literally do that and you get it. It's so simple. You have to do it every single time if possible. All right, and then of course you still do have all the other stuff. You have stuff like the events, so the boss rush, the cannon run, the catch the rabbit, the dice thing is all disappearing, the tile and everything like that. and then it's going to be replaced with new events like the defense or tower defense one. We are going to get the missions and stuff like that for White Lily Awaken, and all of that good stuff is coming. But that also does mean that good stuff are disappearing, so make sure to take advantage of all of the events, especially to farm up those like skill powders, or farm up those like you're able to farm up like cookie cutters and all that good stuff is just there, right? So if you don't have those things done, then this is a wake-up call, all right, reminder to make sure to use everything, take advantage of everything, so that you're not missing out on free things. All right, that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna go over every single thing because obviously you guys have already heard me say it enough, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys that reminder because White Lily Awaken is going to be big, and that does mean that we are going to be getting a lot of other stuff and probably some meta changes as well, so make sure to go and be ready. All right, and I hope you guys found the video helpful, and let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thanks for watching.